Hello, hello, hello. Hope you guys are all good. Already got some questions in here, which is also good. Ronak Jean. Hello, good to see you here, my friend. Not sure what's wrong with my shitty camera today. It's supposed to be a better camera, but never mind. I'll give it a few seconds before I go into the questions. He linked, just saw your channel, your old videos have views, blah, 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 blah. Hello, guys. Jafar, hello. SEO beginner, hello. Winter, it's not winter. It's just colder today. It's not supposed to warm up until the end of the week here in Scotland. So, yeah. But good to see you. Good to see you, Suvik. Fiona, Cosmin. No questions, but always learning something new. No problem at all, Fiona. Glad that you find value there. And feel free to ask questions. The questions that I'm answering today are not on anything specific. You can ask newbie questions. There's no such thing as a bad question. There's always a time and a place and a webinar for that. But in the next hour, I am open to answering any old question, so feel free to do that. I'm just going to give it another few minutes. Just hello from India. Tommy Finnan, I'm good, mate. Hope you're good too. Wayne Cheong, what's up? All good, brother. You do need to get me on that Asia podcast again. I know you interviewed me at PubCon and you had no idea who I was. And we just spoke shit about football, but it'd be great to get on and stuff like that. But yeah, good to see you, Wayne. Saida. Aye, guys, I don't give out my WhatsApp number, man. I'd get bombarded on there with questions, so apologies, but no chance. Hello all. DDA, I'm following your advice, writing articles and blogs. I'll talk about link building shortly, Didier. I'll for sure give you different strategies. I'm actually launching a link building course, which will be out in the next few weeks as well. So that's another option for you. Gary Pickles, Iron Brew I've not drunk for years because they took the sugar out of it. It tastes like dog shit, if I'm honest. So no Iron Brew for me, Gary, but good to see you. Sanyam, how to get more views? Listen, you bear in mind there's a lot of other people here, Sanyam. You're really slamming a lot of questions in there in one go. We will come through to some of your questions shortly. Raja, good to see you, my man. Raja's hosting a conference that looks very interesting over in, well, it's an online conference. It's not an Indian one. Money. It's all about people that make money, bakers, 10-year-old bakers and all that kind of stuff. Going to be insane. So looking forward to that, Raja. But for now, I'm going to crack on with the questions. The Lint King, I have 2 domains with the same locations and keyword targets. Both sites are set up. I've made updates to the old and the original site domain. You just do a 301 redirect from the old one to the new one, or the new one to the old one, whatever one you want to use. You don't want to target the same locations and keyword targets with the same content. That's counterproductive. You can't really keep both without the roller coaster effect. There is going to be some kind of dip. And you will get more of a dip when some of your pages are being indexed and then dropping out the index and stuff because the other one's getting the credit for it and stuff. So stick with one website, man, and make it just an absolute beast of a website would be my theory on that one. And yeah, just keep doing what you've got to do. Fiona Cosman, I do have a third interview this week to discuss compensation for a sales role at a small digital marketing company. Any suggestions for a successful negotiation would be really appreciated. So when you're going here, without knowing too much about your background and experience, Fiona, it's very hard to say. But for a sales role in a lot of digital marketing companies, what a lot of them do is give you a base salary and then commission-based thereafter, which can work out really well. But it, again, comes down to your experience and various other factors. So let me know, how experienced you are and stuff, and I'll try and answer that better and more accurately for you. Travis Saunders, are your live chats ever transcribed so I can get the data in Michigan here? I don't really get them transcribed, to be honest. Some people do complain they can't fully understand what I'm saying or, whatever, but I don't really bother getting them transcribed because I do them more frequently now, and just obviously the cost against the rewards for me as a result of doing that or just don't make it that worthwhile. So there you go. But hopefully you can pick up something anyway, Travis. CBD cakes. I'm not going to say it again. I'm not going to say it, but hopefully you are learning fast and doing well with your website. And still, we want to test one of those CBD cakes out. Matt Watson, what's my opinions on emojis and site titles? Emojis don't rank. I wouldn't be using them. They can catch the eye and stuff like that. But does a site title really need to catch the eye? They potentially, yes or no. There's lots of debates, but obviously site titles for me, I would always try and keep keyword rich rather than anything else. Sanyam, you're uploading content, you're using proper tags and thumbnail, and you're getting 0 views. You need to build an audience, and that's not easy. You can promote to your emailing list, you can promote to your Facebook group. The way I do it is prior to coming on here or prior to publishing a video, I send it out to my Facebook group, my emailing list. I may even do some paid advertising on it through, paid Facebook ads or whatever it's going to be. There's a million ways to drive traffic to your videos. The engagement signals on a video is what is going to help it rise. The more likes and comments and everything else that you get on a video, the better it's going to be for you. So you need to try and, if at the start of your career you're unknown and whatever else, then you're going to have to pay for that or build a mailing list or, do something that's worthy of people coming to your channel, or do question and answers, do all of that kind of stuff as well. That, help people and they will come back. And that's the one thing I can say you can do, but you have to get that real engagement. Obviously, your title tags, your description, your thumbnails, and all of that kind of stuff are really important, but you have to also, the engagement is super, super important as well. Probably more important, the thumbnails and stuff like that. So you're going to have to just do that, mate, but do not, you basically come in here and ask that question 7 or 8 times. Please try not go crazy with that. Peter Mead, good to see you. My Peter Mead's from Australia, experienced SEO guy, and he's also very good in videos, doing the old SEMrush thing that we done last week. Good effort there, Peter. Good to see you here. Kyle Arnold, don't say that, dude. Other SEOs will rip your content and transcribe it as content for their blogs. Listen, they can rip it off if they want, man. If they want to rip my videos off, so be it, dude. We all know the games that people get up to anyway, but yeah, each to their own. If the content was, I mean, listen, it's up to them. If they want to transcribe my stuff, then not much you can do to stop them. Jafar, thank you for your awesome content. Which URL is good for SEO visitor standpoint? 1.1 shebutter-specialist.nl to see. I mean, I would rather not have a hyphen in a domain name. Now, I'll explain why. Like, she's a butter specialist.nl has no breaks, no nothing. But if someone else owns that domain name and you get she's a butter dash specialist, then it's very easy for people to end up on the competitor's website, the one with the non-dash in there. So I wouldn't be using dashes within a domain name. One, I think it looks untidy. Two, you do give the opportunity for someone without the dash to grab some of your traffic. So that's just my personal opinion. Nothing wrong. I've seen dash domain names ranking well and all of that stuff. However, just from a personal preference point of view, I wouldn't touch something with a dash. Just my own personal opinion, man. So hopefully that helps. SEO beginner, being not a coding freak. How can I do on page? It's really difficult. Now, I'm not sure what you mean by on page. Now, you can hire a web designer to design the look of a website. On page SEO is pretty much anyone can do it through a CMS like WordPress or whatever, so you don't have to be a coding freak. I'm not a coding freak. I've got people out there who, if I need any kind of element of coding done or styling or whatever, then you get a guy to do it, in the same way that, I'm not the best at many things. I hate accountancy, so I pay someone to do that as well. So you can get someone to fill in the parts that you're weak at. But in terms of on page, content, internal links, title tags, descriptions, all of the kind of on page stuff you can do. You don't need any form of coding skills to do that, man. So, but if that's not your answer, I'm not sure what you mean in terms of on page. If you mean on page web changes, then obviously you can use drag and drop builders, Elementor, WordPress template and stuff like that, which again just gets you around there. But if you've got a lack of ability when it comes to coding, you can drag and drop and do it a lot easier that way. So hopefully one of those answers help. Kiran Gupta, can you tell one black hat technique which you think, being an SEO, we should know? Listen, it's very hard for me to give a overall answer that everyone should know. And it also, people determine certain things black hat, others don't. Depends what you call black hat. I do click-through rate manipulation. I do, there's so many things that I do, tier 2 link building blasts to guest posts or PR articles. That's something I do to power up guest posts or PR articles using SEO Autopilot. People will see that as black hat. I use an automated service for citations, which is SEObuilder.com. They basically spin the content and stuff like that. So if you can be more specific, because I don't know what you guys don't know, that's the problem. What are you trying to achieve? And I can tell you the best black hat technique for that. But in terms of what people determine black, I don't really determine using something like SEO Builder for citations as black hat. I don't determine powering up guest posts as black hat as such. I'm just doing what works. And yeah, so it really also comes down to what you're calling black hat. I don't really do black hat things such as blog commenting with scrapebox or any kind of low life tactics that don't work. And yeah, it all comes down to what you're calling black hat, to be honest. Hello, sir, whoever that is in Facebook. Can't see your name, but hello anyway. And Gary Pickles, cold B2B emails. Your opinions are a lot of scaremongering regarding this. So Gary, listen, people go on and on and on about GDPR and all that. And listen, I respect the laws and all of that kind of stuff. But as someone who had to build a business up from scratch and with little to no money, no investment and stuff, I had to do things that maybe, spam people or cold call people or do things. Sometimes you just have to do shit and just to get to the next level. Business to business emails, I get it every day anyway. Do you want to buy this? Do you want to buy that? Do I bother with it? No, I laugh at it. People are trying their best to earn money, and I think cold emails can still work to a certain degree. Obviously, you get temperamental people who tell you broke the law and they're going to report you and all that kind of stuff. I think it's over the top. I mean, I'm fortunately in a position that when I was starting out in business, there was no GDPR, so you could just do what the hell you wanted. But I think, you know, if I was starting out in business now, would I be doing, you know, cold emails to other businesses? Of course. Like, how else am I meant to get to talk to them? So, yeah, I think there's a lot of scaremongering, a lot of people, you know, ramming GDPR down and all this stuff, and people getting really touchy when they get a cold email. I mean, just grow a set of balls. There's a lot of worse things that can happen. It's not like you've sent a shit through the post to someone or, you know, something vile. You know, you're just saying, you're trying to create a business opportunity for yourself, and, you know, a pat in the back to anyone who's got the balls to try that. That's the way I look at it, Gary. Mark Flanagan, in my testing, struggling to understand if a disavowed link is only a no-follow link, or should we can still consider disavow links for high quantity, low value, no-follow comment links. It's only a no-follow link. I mean, disavowing a link, you can disavow a follow and a do follow and a no follow link. I'm not sure I actually get what you mean by this question. I mean, I done a disavow for someone yesterday, and you know, I disavowed the stuff that passed no value. There was still links on there which were apparently, you know, had a higher toxicity score, but they were still passing power. And at this stage, I wasn't prepared to disavow them. Until we replace that power with something else, then I won't be disavowing everything. So hopefully that answers your question. But if not, I'm not sure what you mean by that question, to be honest. But we'll come back to it. Cool. How would you structure multiple location pages, Mr. Christian Grey? Hope you're not the Christian Grey. I'm only kidding. So in terms of multiple location pages, you know, I tend, if I've ever done this in the past, you know, we'll have like a Scotland page, and then, you know, that will lead to all the areas in Scotland and stuff like that. You've just got to have a bulk page that, you know, lists them Scotland, you know, northwest of England, northeast, and so on, just to allow Google to be able to go in and find them and you know, and internally link them and all that kind of stuff. I don't think there's any real crazy way you have to do it. You can just have a locations tab, and then it can just be like northwest England, and then obviously in the northwest England you could have, like, you know, Carlisle down to Manchester or whatever, and all those areas in between, and just have them all listed on that page, and then just have some internal links taking you to the northeast page or whatever, or have a nice wee map that people can click on. As long as it's all internally linked and not untidy on a navigation bar, then you're good to go. But everyone's different. Some people don't even have it in their navigation bar, but I would have it somewhere, maybe in the footer or something, on the home page anyway, just locations, and then just segment it up from there into Scotland, northwest, northeast, and all the way down to wherever you're going. That's assuming you're in the UK. Obviously, if you're in America or whatever, you know, just segment it up. And that would be it. Just try and make it clear and concise. And as I say, I think it's about segmenting it up slightly, just to make it easier for Google to understand what you're trying to do. Amir Zeb, good to see you as well, my man. Hi, sir. Arisman, good to see you. Mr. Jonathan Pollinger, good to see you, mate. Social media drives traffic, but does it actually help Google search results? If so, which network is best? So, just driving social media traffic for the sheer hell of it does not help your Google search results as such. However, what does help is the click-through rate and engagement that social media traffic has with the page. So, for example, if I was to use Facebook, and land people on a page, and that page was totally relevant to those people, and they were taking action, hanging about on the page, clicking about the website, and all of that stuff, then of course that will help the Google search results. But it's not just the social media, just driving any old social media traffic. It's got to obviously be relevant traffic, and it's got to be engaged traffic, because I think Google are leaning more toward engagement signals. I'm finding engagement signals work very well at the moment. And those engagement signals, I think, are going to increase over the coming years and whatever. I think Google are going to have to look at engagement signals, in more detail, and pass a lot more weight to them. But click-through rate, time on website, and all of these things, indirectly are a ranking factor. So for me, I use Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all of that kind of stuff to force traffic over to my website. What works best? Facebook, probably in our industry, because I can do a lot of paid Facebook ads and drive people into my website that way. Facebook works best for me. I think if you were a hairdresser or something, then maybe Instagram might be better for you, because it's more visual. You want to see haircuts and stuff like that. So I really think it comes down to the nature of your business in terms of which social media works best. But for me, I think I get a lot of good traffic from Facebook. So hopefully that helps you, Jonathan. Fiona Cosman, thanks. I have great sales experience, senior level, but limited experience working SEO and web support. I mean, I think, if you can sell anything, getting a better understanding of SEO, slightly, in terms of how the company works and what their processes are and the web support thing, you'll be fine. I think for someone like you, I would personally take a punt on getting a reasonable salary, but getting a commission-based bonus structure in place as well, because you need to. The problem I've had with salespeople is in the past, I've had people on a low salary and high commission. I've had people on a reasonable salary and hardly any commission. And what happens is they get lazy. They don't have the ability to also, go from earning $2 or $3 grand a month to $5 grand a month, and that pisses salespeople off. You've got to, for them to perform to the best of their ability, they need that carrot being dangled. You can earn $5 grand a month if you bust your balls. Well, not your balls, but you know what I mean. And that's something that we all need, is some hunger and desire to get more and don't be tied down to a $2 or $3 grand month salary. So I think that would be the best way to structure it, Fiona. But would you think that the COVID economy drops the financial opportunities? The answer to that would be yes and no. Certainly in the web and SEO world, people are still going to need websites. People are still going to need SEO. So there's still going to be a need for people like you. And believe it or not, there's not a lot of good salespeople who understand SEO and web design and can sell it that well. Listen, every agency owner I know would absolutely kill for a good salesperson. You won't have a problem if you're good at sales, and you're senior level, you've got the experience. You will not be struggling for getting a good wage for selling in this industry. You can look at across the different jobs that are out there. The salaries are reasonable, and as I say, for me, the thing with salespeople that can really help you, Fiona, is your understanding. Now, I'm not a sales guy, but if someone listens to me and they come to me for SEO or whatever it's going to be, I'm able to sell it because the knowledge is there, and I'm confident, and you can tell that I'm passionate about it. And I think that's, if you can get that knowledge and be able to do that as well, you don't even have to be a good salesperson. You just sell. And I think being transparent and open is also good in this industry for sales. I know certainly in some other industries, you've got your sales strategies and stuff like that, but so many people have been robbed blind before that you kind of have to handhold and try and be that transparent person. So I think, you know, learning more, having that knowledge is great for you, Fiona, and hopefully you continue to learn from the videos and stuff like that. I think you're doing a great thing by trying to understand SEO more. And I think obviously from there, if you get that good basic understanding, you will absolutely fly, you know, in your sales role. So hopefully that helps you, Fiona. SEO RK. I'm just getting started in affiliate marketing and would like to know what should be done to get social traffic for a new website, as there's not much influence currently. So social traffic, there's pretty much, it depends on your niche. There's pretty much social traffic for anything out there, you know, from you know, you can get social traffic for SEO by offering educational stuff. You know, the social traffic for pretty much any niche. You just need to make sure you go out there and build that. But, you know, how you do that really depends on your niche. How do I build social traffic? You know, doing stupid stuff, you know, TikToks and all that kind of stuff is one way of doing it. But the main thing is offering educational content for my industry, you know, helping others who, you know, from the mistakes that I've made is certainly a way that I've been able to get social traffic. So in terms of yours, social traffic for an affiliate website, it wouldn't be the first thing I would go after anyway. I'd be going after all the long tail keywords. Unless it's a real business, you know, I'm not sure how much social traffic is going to be important to you, because if it's Amazon affiliate, you know, you're just going to hammer the shit out of content and links and just go for that. But I mean, there's nothing to stop you from building up social traffic, but building up social traffic for selling like travel adapters or something, it's just going to be really hard to do. So I think it really does come down to your industry, to be fair. Kyle Arnold, now that Giggity has given up TikTok, who's my next target? Listen, Diggity's not getting off lightly. He cheated. He told me it was a TikTok battle and then came out with video editors and non-TikTok related content. So the gloves are off, mate, and he is going to get some back if he decides to stay in retirement. And then who knows? The whole industry is a target for me, man. I'm going to beat everyone with my TikTok. Well, that's the plan anyway. I just stir some shit up anyway. It's all good fun and a good laugh, to be fair, Kyle. Guys, if you are enjoying the video, please do like and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow the YouTube channel, the audience, the engagement on here. So please, please, please do give me that. Also, you know, I'm at 12 minutes past 1 in terms of the questions. Keep putting your questions in the live chat, but after around 20, when it becomes 40 minutes past the hour, please put your questions in the comments below the video. I will answer them after the webinar. Just I'm not sure how many questions I'm going to be able to get through here, but I will try and get through all of them. And if you don't get your question answered, then it is in the comments. I can go and answer that at a later time in the day. So I do appreciate all your support, guys, though. It is very much appreciated. So Ben James, hi, mate. Thanks for the info. What is your preferred on-page optimization tool? Listen, I'm using Page Optimizer Pro at the moment. However, I'm currently testing inlinks.net from Dixon Jones. I have tried Surfer. I have tried Quora. I think the Quora is by far the most in-depth one, and it's also the most expensive one. But it really depends on the kind of level that you're going to be operating at. Surfer's got some great features. POP I like just because it's the first one I used, and inlinks.net is one that I'd done a podcast with Dixon Jones last week and quite like to look at that as well. So they're all good. I think, if I had to pick one, if I was doing client work, I would use Surfer because I think the interface is good, and obviously taking screenshots and sending that to a customer, it looks the best. But they all do pretty much the same thing. So hopefully that gives you a little idea there. Luke, which do you prefer, Amazon affiliate or other affiliate networks like MAxbounty, etc.? I don't like Amazon affiliate anymore. Previously did do some Amazon affiliate until they slashed their commissions last month or the month before. I do a lot of private affiliates through SEMrush, Active Campaign, Push Engage. I don't really use affiliate networks as such. There are some great affiliate networks out there though. Personally, I do private affiliates though, just because of the industry we're in. It's easier for me to sell something like SEMrush and get 40% recurring monthly subscriptions than, you know, going on to some crazy affiliate network and making less commission. So it really comes down to your audience and stuff like that. But all affiliate networks are good. I just always look for the best commissions, is what I would tell anyone. Suvik, I would like to ask about why is SEO important and its 5 most important guidelines to follow when I'm writing my blog articles. Why is SEO important? It still is the driver of sheer organic search, which is still the most popular way to drive traffic to a website. It converts the best and all that stuff. What's the 5 most important guidelines? 1, make your content unique. 2, always build some links. Content links are the 2 single most important things. 3, don't ignore technical. Make sure that you've got not only a good website that's clean, fast loading, on the right server, and all of that stuff. Make sure technically it's sound, but make sure that all your kind of internal linking and all that kind of stuff's on point. 4, do not just rely on SEO. Build traffic from other areas, such as using social media, YouTube, you know, whatever, to drive traffic into your website, because it won't directly impact your SEO, but all those user engagement signals, I believe, are a big part of SEO. So again, that would be number 4. 5th would be consistency. Do not give up. So many people start out there writing pages for websites, and after month 2 or month 3 of very little or no traffic, they get fed up and throw the towel in. You have to be consistent. You have to do it at sheer scale. And you have to, there's no shortcut, there's no magic bullet, there's no easy way. The content's got to be unique. You cannot cheat. Google are clever enough to just filter out crappy duplicate content. Make sure that you're consistent and make sure that you're in it for the long haul. Do not start for 2 months and then give up, because that is what most other people do, and that is why most other people are not successful. The Lint King, Search Console reports some fixes failed for mobile usability issue in the site, but the Google tool's not showing an error. Do you have any other tools to test mobility usage? There are a number of tools out there. If you just Google it, there's lots of different tools you can use. However, what I would say to you is sometimes, like Search Console or whatever, will glitch out. Wait for a few days and then try again. It may have just been some glitch, or the bot couldn't, you know, get into that part of your website or whatever. So check again in a few days and then start to look at other things. But Google is the search engine you're trying to please, and Google is the one that you want to be reporting on the issues on your website. Most of the other tools will show you stuff that's wrong with the mobile side of your website. Not necessarily, you know, they don't necessarily have to be done, you know, from a Google point of view. So I would always be looking at the Google one, to be honest. Rick Reese, I split a page in 2 for location purposes. Google is still not honouring the new canonical URL. The sitemap has the new canonical URL. However, the SERP is still showing the old 3 months and counting. Now, I know that Google do have problems with indexing and stuff just now, but 3 months is a hell of a long time. I mean, it's hard to say without seeing the URL just now and checking stuff out. If you want to maybe ping me a message on Facebook, I can have a look at it personally for you. Just ping me a message on Facebook and I'll have a look and give you an answer that way, to see if there's anything that you know, is a miss there. But yeah, strange one that 3 months and counting is a hell of a long time, and obviously don't know if something's not been done properly or whatever, but I can have a look at it for you, no problem. Mark Lawrence, afternoon Craig, how are you getting on with the phones? Tried them out yet? I'm on 20 phones in and want to top myself. Did find Android and 02 Sims the best combo though, if helpful. So for what I'm looking for, Mark, I'm doing it for not just click-through rate manipulation on GMBs or whatever, more podcast manipulation, and I need iTunes and stuff like that, which you need the iPhone for, which is why I would step away from Android. If it was just sheer click-through rate manipulation, of course, Android is good. But, I'm trying to do other stuff with podcasts and do a number of different things with it. So the iPhone's the best option for me for that. I'm getting on all right, man. I'm not going to lie. It's a slow process. It's really tedious. It's a pain in the ass. Do I have all my phones set up with all these profiles and fake personas? No, getting there though. So it's just it's going to be a project I'm going to play about with over a 3 to 6 month period, because sitting down and making up all these fake personas and all these different profiles and all these different phones to sit and do all this stuff is mundane stuff. And because of the COVID thing, I'd normally get people in the office to do some of that stuff as well. But, obviously not being in the office, I've not been able to give people the phones to, delegate that side of things out. So hopefully, nearer the time, when we get out of COVID, I'll be able to kind of go a bit faster at that, to be honest. But yeah, some of the phones are still sitting there and they're not even out the box yet. So, in fact, got some here, man. Bought some more and not even got them out of the box. That's how well I'm getting on. Luke Travardzi, building and flipping an affiliate website seems a bit surreal for many, as they have not done it in real life. So did you have big exit from affiliate website, for instance, a 6-figure exit? Yes, I've had 6-figure exits. The kind of thing with an affiliate website and flipping them is I wasn't starting from scratch. What I was doing was buying in at around the 10 or 20 or even £30,000 mark, and then scaling up from there. So in terms of scaling up, it would have to be a 6-figure exit for it to be really worth my while. But doing it from scratch and selling it, for a 6-figure exit, you're going to have to be earning probably, the best part of 3, 4, 5 grand a month to get that 6-figure exit. Is that achievable? Of course it's achievable. Many people have done it. However, doing it from scratch is a hard slog, which is why I always go in and let someone else do the donkey work first, building all the content out and then maybe taking advantage of the situation where they've not been able to do the rest of it. But yeah, it is doable. It's a hard slog doing it from scratch, but very much something that many people can do. And empire flippers are flipping websites all over the place. And actually, I've seen a guy who you may know from Facebook, Israel Gaudet. I think he had a website listed today in Empire Flippers, and I think he's wanting £250,000 for it. So again, there's another case study or an example of just a normal guy being able to build stuff up from scratch. So yeah, just putting your money in the right places and outsourcing, working at scale, you'll be able to get a 6-figure exit, no problem at all. Peter Mead, with all the talk of EAT, how do you achieve this on an affiliate website? What about the authors of the content? Heaps of people talking about it. What do I think? So, Peter, my honest opinion is EAT is bullshit in some niches. So for an affiliate website, I don't believe that EAT comes into it. I believe that the expertise, authority, and trust comes in certain niches like the medical niche, because we can't have someone talking about medication or illness without being an expert and having some authority and trust. That makes total sense to me. But would that same algorithm apply to someone selling plant pots from Amazon? You can't, it just can't be possible. So I think EAT works in certain industries. And you could debate what industries those are. Certainly the medical one is one for sure. Does it work in the SEO industry? I wouldn't say so. So I think it's just really, very specific industries that works in. Loads of people talk about it, but in general, overall, I think EAT is a load of bullshit out with specific industries, but people still go for it. Nothing at all wrong with becoming an expert and authority in your niche, like we do with, doing the SEMrush webinars and all that stuff. It can only help you in a positive way, by building up that profile and all that kind of stuff. However, does that really help overall? I'm not so sure, mate. I'm not so sure. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question. I've just scrolled away down. So guys, I've got 20 minutes left for this. Please don't put any more questions in the live chat. Please put any questions under the video and I will come back and answer them. I will try and answer as many as I can, but if I miss any, please put them in the comments and I can answer them at a later time. Please also do give me a little bit of love, like, subscribe on the video. Is also appreciated. Nico Mololov, or Malov, sorry if I've said that wrong. What are the 3 most important things to do if you want to be a pro SEO freelancer? Starting to find work through websites for freelancers. There's loads of guys do really well on Upwork. I think demonstrating, having case studies, good stuff. You don't even have to be a pro SEO freelancer as such, on overall SEO. You can be a link builder, you can be a content writer, you can be a site auditor, you can, really niche down and become a real specialist in one area. So you don't have to be a pro SEO freelancer as such, with a broad range of skills. But there's loads of websites out there, Upwork and all that kind of stuff. And again, comes down to, everyone really wants a good freelancer, but they don't have good case studies. They're not transparent. They don't really tell you what they do. They talk a lot of shit and they say they're white hat and, they don't do this and they don't do that. And it's just garbage. But so I think being transparent, being honest, tell people, what, a bit about what you're doing. Or don't give all the tricks away, but, people are desperate for good freelancers out there. And I think there's a lot of guys on these websites, but they're just garbage. So I think, setting yourself apart by giving good case studies, good examples of your work would really help you on these platforms. And, it all comes down to, again, engagement, reviews and all that kind of stuff. But there's plenty of work out there. You can get work in Facebook groups. Even if you were to go into Facebook groups and start answering some questions and stuff like that, people say, "Oh, hey, you sound, you sound like you know what you're talking about. What do you do? Blah 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 blah," and pick up work that way. There's so much ways you can pick up work just by networking, flitting about on social media as well. But you've got to demonstrate that knowledge. I've been in a Facebook group before. Now I don't participate in Facebook groups in a big way. But if I go into a Facebook group, I have went in there and I've had a debate with someone on something or whatever it's going to be. And then people are saying, "Oh, fuck, you really sound like you know what you're talking about." And then, offered me opportunity of work. So try that. Tommy Finnan, I'm in the middle of designing a site, Oma Web Designer Pro, and recently found there is a site called Oma Web Design Pro. Should I change the name? Their site isn't even ranking well. If they're not ranking well, then the answer would be you don't need to, crush them. However, could they rank well in the future, and could some of your customers go to them? The answer is yes, and that would be something that would irritate me. I would want to have a name that no one else had, not even similar, so that there's no mistakes. Because although they're ranking crap just now, there's nothing to say in 2 or 3 years' time that that doesn't change, and then people are going to you, or going to their website, you know, when they're looking for you and all that kind of stuff, and that would annoy the life out of me. So but it's obviously up to you, but that's just my take on it. Jen Price Inc. What is the importance of having multiple keywords on a top page in Ahrefs? I have sites with all page one keywords. I mean, more keywords on page one, the better it is, the more traffic you're going to get. So, yeah, keep doing what you're doing. If you've got all those keywords on page one, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing something right. The more the merrier. You know, don't just aim for 600, aim for 6,000, 60,000, whatever. Just keep scaling. Page one keywords are the ones that we all dream to have and aspire to have. So keep doing that and get to that level. Does linking relevant pages from Wikipedia help the referring pages? Just I could take this question in two different ways. Now, a link from Wikipedia is obviously no follow and all that kind of stuff, and is not going to pass any juice from Wikipedia to your website. It could pass traffic, and that's a good thing. Could pass, you know, some engagement signals. However, it's not always, you know, if you're referring to it in the flip side, where, you know, on your website you linking out to Wikipedia, it just shows Google, you know, some natural things that you're not just looking to internally link to everything in your website. You know, you're giving some external signals out there as well. And you know, I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to, but you know, I would always link out to some external references anyway, just to keep things looking natural. But yeah, like Wikipedia doesn't really pass any link juice, as far as I'm concerned. SEO beginner, can one rank its website without off page? Yes, you can rank without off page, but it would be a kind of very niche specific website. You know, anything that's competitive, you're going to have to do a bit of off page, unfortunately. You can't just rank in technical and on page. You've got to match what the competition is doing. Hi, Ragavir. Hopefully I've pronounced that properly. Mark Flanagan, just to clarify disavow question, there are some that suggest that disavowing a link just converts it to no follow, so there is therefore no value in disavowing no follow links. Right. Right, that makes sense. You know, as you know, when you're disavowing, you could potentially look at it as saying no follow. If a link is no follow, I wouldn't waste my time disavowing it. It's not passing any toxicity, it's not passing any juice. So yeah, I would totally agree with that theory being correct. There's no point in disavowing a no follow link. So sorry, I picked that up completely wrong. But hopefully that answers you, Mark. Mark Walker, can you borrow my boat? Of course you can, man. Anytime for you, mate. Cheers, Jonathan. Legitimate interest is a great point on this. It sure is. Top three factors: links, content, technical, or links, content, engagement, anything like that. Just do whatever you can do to get traffic and engagement signals and content and all that kind of good stuff. Jafar, I use Shopify for my website shop, hellodrugstore.com. If I put the product in a category, Shopify make twee URL for the same product page, blah, 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 blah. The problem you've got with Shopify is you don't have full access to be able to have it perfect. I'm not sure. I don't use Shopify on a personal level. It was very restricted in being able to do stuff like that. I believe they're a lot more SEO friendly now. But obviously what you want to do is filter out the URLs that you don't really need and make sure that your crawl budget is assigned to the pages on your website that are designed to rank, whether that be product or category pages. Ravi Bandaru, how much time does it take to rank a blog post in Google? I've seen blog posts ranking in 14 minutes or 14 days, 14 hours. It really comes down to kind of your luck and Google crawling and indexing and all that kind of stuff. So just write more content, and the natural progression will rank eventually, maybe in page 3 or whatever, and you have to build some links or whatever. But yeah, hopefully that answers that. David Wilding, does the use of black hat SEO tactics beyond buying any clean looking links have a place within a contemporary SEO agency? David, it depends on what you're determining black hat, mate. Like a lot of people say I'm the dirtiest black hat guy out. And I wouldn't really consider that to be the case. I would consider me to be fairly clean and do what works. So, obviously using spammy tactics that potentially can get a client's website banned don't have a place, in your agency. But doing tier 2 link building, link blasts and all that kind of stuff to guest posts or PBNs or whatever you have pointing to your client's website runs no risk. And that is what you do to power up a website. How many guys have come to you saying, I've no idea how this motherfucker's ranking. They're obviously doing tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 blasts to websites. Does that risk a client's website? No. Does it work? Yes. So there are certain things that I would consider black hat that can work. Obviously, the things that you may consider black hat, such as spamming and all that kind of stuff, absolutely have no place in a contemporary SEO agency. But as I say, I think with a lot of agencies, what I would say is they're scared to kind of move into grayer areas, and those grayer areas are the things that work. None of us want to get a website banned. None of us want to get a bad name. None of us want to do that. But how far do you go? And I think a lot of people can delve in a lot of grey areas and have a lot of success, and it allows you that ability to retain the client, because with agencies, a lot of agencies just churn and burn clients, and that's their business model. They'll keep them for 6 months, a year, rinse, repeat, and never actually offer a good job. So I think, and the reason for that is, a lot of them don't move away from those kind of white hat strategies. They don't try and retain the customer. They just take their money and run, and do the bare basics or what they believe to be good SEO. So I think, agencies can dabble a little bit more into other tactics. I wouldn't necessarily call them black hat. Martin McGarry, not for me just now, mate. I'm ball deep in other stuff, but they're fucking good domain names. Very good domain names. Anyone's interested in them, look up Martin McGarry. He's on LinkedIn, and pretty sure he's on all sorts of other stuff. Good experience, solid SEO guy who's selling gambling.seo.co.uk and casino.seo.co.uk. Go to Carol Hudson, actually. He'll probably buy them. But there you go. And good to see you, Martin, anyway. Can I use video transcription in your blog? You do what you want, Raul. Pocket Linko says no. Eugene, I got some of those acoustic panels in your background on eBay. How are they working for me? I find them to work very well, but I don't really need them in this current background. In my office, the podcast room I've got has wet wall as the roof, which obviously if you speak it gives a kind of echo. So I had to buy them for that, and the only reason I bought them for this room was because I wanted the background to look the same regardless of whether I was in the house or in the office. So that's the reason I've got them here. But yeah, they do work a treat, man, and they look all right as well. So yeah. And Chris Palmer, that's it. Get a TikTok. Good to see you, Chris. Get a TikTok, mate. We need to have a TikTok battle. It's rude not to. The Visual Network. Hello, Craig, from your favourite Frenchman in Cambridge. You've changed your name. Why have you changed from your photography name to the Visual Network? I know Visual Network's still there, but good to see you. I've not spoke to you for a long time. I hope all is going well with the business anyway. The Link King, I've a local market, 30-mile radius, and it works well most of the time, but occasionally Google appears to reset or running experiment because I get calls from all over USA. Google are always pissing about and it fucks things up, man. It's really annoying. Now we've got 5 minutes left. Please do give me a like and a subscribe if you've enjoyed this. I'm going to try and quickly go through the last bunch of questions. Any further questions, please put in the comments below because I'm at 129 in terms of questions. The visual network. So Bright Local is offering 3 months free. I guess there's no harm in using it. None at all. Try it out. See if it works. How to get sales in affiliate marketing. Good content, good videos. Good anything really. Just try and promote the product the best way you can on any platform you can. Videos work well for me, but good content, good blog posts, whatever, is the best way to do it. Thank you, SURK. Mark Johnson. What's the best affiliate advertisers to use in the UK, Scotland with the best rates? Mark, I'm going to have to say I don't actually know the answer to that question. Not something I've actually looked at, to be honest. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. What I'll do is I'll have a wee look and I will ping you a message in Facebook, Mark. But yeah, it's not something I know the answer to off the top of my head for that one. Look, hey Craig, first time listening to me live. Hopefully it's not the last look. Google Stacks can help your ranking. It can help your DR, DA, all of that stuff. So do have a look at it, test it out. How to build links with zero budget. Do some outreach, reach out to people, but you're going to have to pay. The budget has to come into play in most cases. Very few people give out links for free. Could it be a cash issue, Rick Reese? It could be. Facebook user, my affiliate articles are ranking first page of Google. Just keep tweaking your content, keep building links to it. Just keep watching what the competition are doing. Don't let it slip. Paul Hogden, have I tried Staxio automation for Google Stacks? No, I've not, but I am going to take Staxio. I like to test these things out, and that's one I've never heard of, so I will have a look because automating anything is the key. SURK, I'd like to know if it's good to block backlink finding bots like Ahrefs and SEMrush. Listen, what's the point? Unless you've got something to hide, there's no point in blocking those bots. Google will, it can also leave a footprint in itself if you hide those. Now, there's always going to be a time and a place where you may want to hide the bots from Ahrefs and SEMrush, but Google will still be able to find your backlinks. Google will still be able to crawl your website. But again, why would you want to stop these other tools from seeing what you're doing? I wouldn't. Sorry, I have scrolled down way too far. So, Saran, what's your opinion about Web's vital ranking factors? We have spoken about them. Tala Wahid, hi Craig, when it comes to YouTube, what's your second ranking factor you pick aside from making it look viral thing? But mate, YouTube's very easy to rank on. It is making it look viral. It is the engagement. It is the title tags and everything that you use. Those are the three main things. So there's no special trick to it. It's relatively easy, man. BW, not sure what that is. Hi, Craig. Hi, Tala. I'll answer that one. Nice TikToks. Thank you. Hey, Craig, when is The Secret Life of Pets 3 coming out? Not sure what that means, but let's say dealing, right, so for flipping website, how do you deal with it? Let's say dealing with Empire Flipper or Human Proof Designs. So you own the website, they just get access to the analytics and all that, and Empire Flippers will do all the research and all that kind of stuff. And that's it. You know, you don't give anything over until you've received payment for your website. But they will be able to tell you all about the exact process and when things get transferred over, but you don't transfer them the website or anything. You just give them analytics access and all the other access, search console and everything, and they will advise you from there. Where do you start when taking over a website? Very generic question, Paul. You know, where does it rank? What are the problems? You know, the first thing I would be auditing the website and seeing what's going on with it, and then see what happens from there. You know, identifying the problems and building the foundations up to be solid is the first thing. Shout out to Alan Asian Blythe Villa. Happy birthday. Let's do this. Glow. Wow. Remember to give me a like and subscribe, guys. Cheers, Craig. Do you have your own email server? I don't. I use G Suite. Gary Jackson. For SEO, title matter a lot. Yes, the title tag is one of the most powerful things. I do not use tags in a post because it creates another URL and gives you a bit of a problem. I'll go to this one. How do you use behavior flow navigation summary sections, Google Analytics for content analysis? Which is best for what sort of analysis? It's a long-winded answer, that one. I mean, this comes down to you and how you interpret the data and what you're going to use with that data. You know, what actions are you going to take with that data? You're obviously using analytics to decide whether you can make tweaks to your website, the navigation. You know, if customer behavior is not good because there's something wrong with a call to action or a lack of call to action or whatever it's going to be, you want to identify, you know, sort that out in your website. So using all of that to your ability is what you need to do. Michael Fielding, good to see you, buddy. Pump the likes, people. Give us more likes, guys. People are complaining here. Sadly, I have pretty much got to all of the live questions. If there's anything in the comments, I will be answering them later on today. But I do want to thank you for coming online, and definitely if you want to see any more of these questions and answers, or you want me to talk about anything specific, I'm more than happy to do it. I do like interacting. I do have a free training course, which is why I do this, because people are at all different stages in their life. There is no such thing as a stupid question. But yes, there's a couple other questions here. Can you rank in 2 or 3 months within Google? 2 or 3 months, of course, you can get some rankings, but realistically, you know, you're going to rank better after a year or 6 months than you would after 2 or 3 months. Thanks for the answers. And how to sell t-shirts. Make a website. You can sell them on social media, whatever. Lots of different ways to sell things online. But I am going to cut the live stream now, unless... Well, yeah, if you've got any other questions, put them under the video in the comments, not in the live chat, and I will go to answer them later on. But if not, I try and do a question and answers once a week. I also do update my group, my Facebook, and everything else on a regular basis. So make sure you do keep in touch, and I will keep producing more videos, and I will speak to you guys soon. See you later. Bye-bye.